Hello, everyone. All right, so I think I just missed my brother. He left the apartment early this morning, and um, I was worried last night that I didn't stop by after my band practice to go see him. I'm just, I think I'm at a point where right now I'm between trying to do my regular routine and trying to get him on a routine is very tiring right now. And I'm just just trying to calibrate right now as far as like my energy levels. So I kind of, checked in on him uh virtually a little bit. Hopefully he's not responding to text messages since getting the new phone. Partly because he does not know how to work his tech very well, and um, also sometimes he just gets really distracted in what he's doing, and he won't respond. So that's something that I've had to explain to my mother about, and he will sometimes, when he's like focused, answer the phone. So I had to be really mindful about calling him. So I'm not trying to call him just any old time, so I have to really be strategic about when I call him. So, yeah. So I just dropped the apartment to drop off his smoothie for the morning and just see, did he finish drinking the rest of the other one yesterday? He did not. Um, so I kind of switched out the new one with the one that he didn't finish on the counter. And then I was checking to see if did he take his medication this morning by himself. Because again, he used, like, this is where routines, where it's really difficult when, somebody falls off a routine and you're trying to get them back on it. So at one point, he was taking his medication in the mornings by himself without me being there. But um, something happened. Once you get off a schedule, then you're kind of off your schedule. So I have to keep on him with the schedule of medication. And then also just constantly reminding him that it's important to keep taking it, because if you miss doses, then you feel bad. Um, while providing him with, some relief with these smoothies, right? So mainly I'm in there in the morning to see, did he take his medication while I, as you see now, drive my way to work. Um, Sleeping at my house because I'm trying to calibrate myself, right? So like I said, trying to do all these things. So he did take his medication. Yay! Wonderful. He took it on his own. Last night the apartment had I guess a little mixer, a little social thing that he went to, or he wanted to go to. So he did go because I saw a soda can on the counter. So like, he's motivated by food, y'all. So he went to the little social thing. He's not social though, so that's the thing. So he went, and it looks like he had some dinner, some food or breakfast. Again, I'm not sure what time he woke up, but um, I have confidence that he just took a walk this morning, and he did take his medication. Okay, sometimes it's those battles. And while I was scoping out the apartment real quick, because sometimes I have to do that too, because he'll do things that are harmful to himself, and do things as in throw away some things that he needs. Like yesterday, he was asking me about something that happened a month ago that he did. I have to remind him that he did that thing that was not kind to himself. Um, and so, yeah. But like I said, I'm looking for signs of where his state of being, basically his mind right now. Um, sometimes in the middle of the night or early in the morning, he's doing writing, and sometimes I can tell. So this morning I saw some writing, and that's the screenshot. So I'm actually feeling pretty um hopeful about that. Feeling pretty hopeful about it, about his state of mind this morning, because I'm also a little concerned about future care. And last night I was doing some research on places, like I can't keep avoiding the inevitable that, I'm eventually going to be not always here every day, checking on him, making sure he's taking his medicine. And I want him to be in a place that he can have some freedom, but then have somebody making sure that he is taking his medication. Okay. And because now he is in a new state, I have to figure out Medicaid for him. Again, yesterday, that was a little bit of our conversation where he's been trying to do it by himself. And I keep telling him that it's hard to do. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to do that I need to get help doing it, trying to get the Medicaid situated out. Um, and yeah, so hopefully, like I said, it seems like his state of mind might be pretty okay this morning. And that's promising to see. That's the first sign I've ever seen him be positive towards himself this morning. Um, like I said, that screenshot, I mean, yeah, that picture I just took, that is my thumbnail. And that's what he wrote. And yeah. So when it comes to, I guess, long-term care for him, yeah, I keep describing what I would like to see. I want him to, that's another aspect of it where he's lonely, and he needs to be around people who understand his situation versus, I hate to say, the general public, because the general public still has this misconception about mental illness. Or maybe not. I don't know, because I'm starting to realize, like, there's a lot of people on medication and in various states of mental wellness. Various states of mental wellness. And he's just more feral. That's the best way I can describe it. He's just a little more feral with his, and he has no sense of obligation to check in with people. And that's kind of how we ended up in the situation we're in, um, up to this point. Because he was living in Alabama, and he was doing pretty okay up until 2020. Okay. So had he called our parents and asked to come back to live with them, he would have. They would have taken him in a heartbeat. Like, seriously. But he, mental illness. Just saying. Okay. So yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, it's hard for him to learn to ask for help. And we've had that conversation when he was completely unmedicated while I was trying to get him emergency care, back in Alabama. And we, just had a conversation, and he was like, yeah, it's hard for me to ask for help. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's hard for me too to ask for help. But sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes we need to ask for help. And sometimes the best loving thing there is to do is to let somebody else love you. Love you enough to let them help you. You know? And he's been doing that now, because it's me. He's missing Alabama. And yesterday seemed like he was more teenagery in his mind state. At this point, well, I want to be responsible. I want him to have his freedom. I said that the other day. I want him to have his freedom, enjoy his life, but I also have to be responsible with his care. And maybe the best care can be where people can monitor him a lot more closely than I can. Um, care that is not geared towards being like seen as a criminal or a bad person, when really he has fallen under very unfortunate situations. Okay. So yeah, so I sent him a text. I don't know if he'll even see it, read it, because with the new phone, he's just not reading them. Um, Yesterday, I had to leave my phone ringer on just because um, something, like I said, the thing happened the other day. I'm actually keeping the door unlocked at the apartment because, again, he uh, he got upset that he couldn't get back into the apartment because, again, back to the low to no tech knowledge, and I'm getting text about his medication. Okay. So yeah, so I'm getting those are texts about his medicines. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. And I do want him to have an environment that people will give him dignity, give him freedom, but in a controlled environment. I know that sounds counterintuitive, um, where people won't treat him like a criminal or mistreat him because he's like he just can't remember things. He really just can't. Like at his best, like I said yesterday, it seemed like he was at his kind of best. He just can't remember. And I think there's a word for what I'm trying to explain is that he's still stuck in being 17. Like he knows what year it is. He has to write it down though. He knows what year it is, but his world, his essence-ness is still stuck in 20 years ago. So that's kind of where we are right now. And that's right now his best. I don't detect any delusions per se. I do see some signs of it, but I also see signs of him, pushing back against those delusions. So there's that. So yeah, so that's where I am right now. So I have to be responsible as a caregiver and as a sister, as a loving sister, to make sure he gets the care that he deserves for his condition. So that's where I am right now. Okay. With that, I say, take care. 18